Williamson names the forts Fort George, Fort Ontario, and the Old Fort. Other British sources agree on the name of Fort Ontario, but often refer to the Old Fort as Fort Oswego, which is the official name. Also the name of the Native American trading hub surrounding the Old Fort. If you were an English speaker. To the French, the name of the settlement and the Old Fort was Chouaguin. Fort Ontario was called the same by Marquis de Vaud and Marquis de Montcalm, as was Fort George in the brief places where it was mentioned. So Fort Oswego is also the Old Fort, which is also Fort Chouaguin. Fort George is Fort George, and Fort Ontario is Fort Ontario. Simple enough when you have someone to explain it to you, complex enough when you're reading through primary source documents and comparing geographic descriptions of forts.